Hey there, and welcome to another video. My name is JT Cardin with the agency Scottsdale. Today I'm excited to take you on my favorite hike in the Phoenix area, and that would be the iconic Camelback mountain hike. We're going to be going up Echo Canyon today, which is my favorite of the two hikes there. It's also the harder of the two. Now, Camelback sits in the middle of the luxury corridor, so if you decide to move here or if you're visiting here, you're going to end up doing this at some point. It's just a foregone conclusion, so hopefully this helps you prepare for the hike a little bit. Like I said, there are two trailheads. There are hundreds of thousands of visitors here every year, primarily through May and October, and they all take one of these two. Cholla is the east side. It's a little bit more gradual of an incline. You're still getting to the same 1,500 foot elevation gain, but you're doing it over a slightly longer distance, making it just a skosh easier. That trailhead is over by the Phoenician. Echo Canyon, the one we're doing, is by far the harder of the two because you're doing that 1,500 foot elevation gain in 1.2 miles, which is extremely aggressive for any hike. You'll notice that this parking lot is very small for having hundreds of thousands of visitors every year and for being in the middle of the city. You have the aggressive residential development to thank for that. So try and find a parking spot if you can. I recommend getting here early or having someone drop you off, because if you come in peak hiking season at peak hiking time, which is probably anywhere between 7 and 9 a.m. on a weekend, you will not get a parking spot. Just putting that out there. After you find a spot, you work your way up to the trailhead area. It's actually pretty nice. If you get there early enough, like I did at sunrise, 5:15, parking lot is still going to be a little full, but if you're lucky, you'll find a box of bananas. Those are placed there by a local hiker. He loves hiking the mountain. He loves providing those bananas for people. He's done it for years and years and years. Take one if you want. Make sure you don't throw your trash on the mountain to pack it out with you. Enjoy it and get started on your hike. I've got a couple fun historical facts for you. First, Camelback is actually made of two different stones. The humps are granite, which formed a very long time ago, hundreds of millions of years, and the head is actually made of sandstone and came much later and is only a few million years old, which is so young by rock standards. Also, the ancient Hohokam people who used to live here and vanished hundreds of years ago actually worshipped and had a ceremonial cave on the north side of Echo Canyon, which is a pretty cool little historical fact, and it's fun to be so close to such rich history in the middle of a city. This first little series of switchbacks is going to be by far the easiest part of this hike. There's some really cool big boulders here. Enjoy working yourself into it, warming up. You'll get up to a nice little vista spot looking down into Paradise Valley. You'll also notice that moving forward for a little bit, you're going to have a fence, a chain link fence off to your left. That is nothing you need to worry about. It's just to keep debris and inconsiderate hikers out of the residential areas below. Keep working your way to the right or the north, and you'll soon find yourself at the bottom of a very daunting series of railroad tie stairs. Work your way up these. Don't rush it, don't push it, because this is still part of your warm-up, and it leads into what I would argue is the hardest part of the entire hike. That would be the first of two handrail sections. This section is particularly daunting because there are so few footholds. It has been worn smooth over the years. There are a couple of pockets you can take advantage of them, and there is no shame in using the handrail the entire way up. There's another one on the fence, so you don't need to worry about people coming down being without guidance. They will be fine. Once you get to the top here, you'll go down a slight dip, and then you're going to go up the second handrail section. This one's a little bit easier than the first one. It's primarily a handrail because of the high steps that you have to take to get over some of these boulders in this little section. And why they decided that this was the easiest way to get up the mountain, I will never know. It seems pretty intense for being the quote-unquote easiest way, but it's the way they picked, so it's the way we have to go. Once you get to the top of the second handrail station, you will be at a very common break point. Take your time, take a breath. Many people do that because you've just climbed a pretty steep elevation there, and honestly, you have a lot left to go. So gather yourself and get ready. If you have time, I also recommend taking in the views here. You're at the Camel's Neck. It's a great spot to look south. You might have to walk a little bit, but walk south, you can see into the Arcadia and Biltmore area. Looking north, you can see into Paradise Valley, Mummy Mountain, parts of the Phoenix Mountain Preserve. It's beautiful. Just take in this scene because it's going to only get better from here on out. After this rest point, you'll have the most flat section of this hike. It is not particularly flat, nor is it particularly long, and it will lead you to one of two major boulder chutes. Before you get too nervous, these are just 2 to 3 foot boulders, but there's a lot of them, and it's very intimidating to look at from the bottom. It's steep, so go slow, be smart. I recommend keeping at least 3 points of contact on the rocks at all times. Some of them are a little smoother than others, so just be careful. And remember, if you're going uphill, you have the right of way, so make sure you're going the route that feels the safest for you. Don't be a hero, just make your way up as best you can. Now between this first rock chute and the last rock chute that'll take you up to the summit, you've got a lot of little up and downs. You're going and weaving around boulders and little mini summits. Don't think that you've made it up to the top yet because you have a major climb ahead of you. Enjoy the scenery, it's beautiful. You'll alternate great views into Paradise Valley and Mummy Mountain and great views down into the Arcadia and Metro Phoenix area. Now you've made it to the final rock chute. Like the first one, just be careful. Some of these are a little smoother than others. Work your way up carefully and smoothly. Take breaks if you need to. You've got great views looking back into the Phoenix Mountain Preserve. Take your time. You're gonna make it to the top at this point. For the most part, Camelback Mountain doesn't have a lot of controversy around it. It was initially used primarily for citrus groves and ranching in the 1800s. As the mid-1900s rolled around, specifically in the 50s and 60s, a lot of residential development started popping up to the point that they were climbing up the mountain. Thankfully, before they got to the top, Barry M. Goldwater, then a senator, was able to preserve about the top half of the mountain for parks. So that will be forever set aside for us to enjoy, but that is why you'll see homes pretty far up Camelback Mountain, as he wasn't able to get that past until they had done quite a bit of damage in that regard. You'll know you've made it to the top once the boulders go away and you've got a nice granite floor that you're just walking up, and before you know it, you're at the top. Hopefully your quads survived with you, and you've got panoramic views of the entire Metro Phoenix area. On a clear day, you can see from Santan Valley to Surprise and from North Scottsdale up to Levine. Literally the whole valley is yours to take in here. Once you've caught your breath and you've enjoyed the scenery, start working your way down. This is where I advise the most caution, because going down these boulder chutes is where I've seen more people get injured on this hike than anywhere else. On this hike that I went on, this video that you're watching, at some point between me making it to the top and making it to the bottom, someone fell to the point that they had closed the trailhead for emergency rescue. So please, please be careful when you're enjoying this iconic Arizona hike. With that, I want to thank you again for watching the video. I hope you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And more than anything, actually, I hope you subscribe to my magazine, The Peaks. I've got a link to it below. I'm putting out another edition next month. It's the 250th anniversary of the United States, and it will be themed around that. I think it'll be really great. Every edition gets better and better, so I'd love to be able to send that to you if you just plug in your contact info. With that, thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.